Another day, another very strong signal from Orange Man Bad that, assuming no pipes burst during the counting process and or no late mail turns up, and Donald Trump is elected president of the United States in 2024, rather than being public enemy number one, Elon Musk and his companies, Tesla in particular, will be well supported by a Trump administration.
Your cows, no more cows, no more cows. Oh, it's serious. You know, in Europe, you smile and you think about it, but in Europe, they're sort of doing it. They don't want any cattle. She wants to get rid of gas-powered cars and replace them with all electric. They don't go far. They cost too much. They're all made in China. Other than that, they're fantastic. And I'm for electric cars. I have to be, because Elon endorsed me very strongly, Elon. So I have no choice. But he knows.
Did you hear the response when Trump mentioned Elon Musk? The crowd goes wild. Just wanted to remind everybody, when you hear somebody screaming from their small bubble in California about how Elon's destroying Tesla's brand, you never hear the counter argument. There's a lot of people that love the guy because he's standing up for their rights, for their freedoms, for children. And unlike the Biden administration, who've been attacking Elon Musk, weaponizing the justice system, snubbing the guy, not inviting Tesla to the EV summit, we've been over this. Unlike that, you got Trump here, who, despite the fact that he's still able to pander to his audience about fossil fuel-based vehicles, and he does make some valid points, by the way. If tomorrow every vehicle on Earth was electric, it would not be possible. The grid couldn't handle it. But spoiler alert, the multiple trillions of dollars required to transition the grid to fully sustainable energy generation, storage and supply is going to happen. Tesla's going to pioneer that, take a big slice of that, big opportunity. But Trump's a smart guy and he's pandering perfectly. A lot of Trump voters in prior elections live in economies where many people rely on the fossil fuel industry to survive. As I've said before though, the EV transition is happening with or without President A, B or C. It doesn't matter. Government can stay the fuck out of it. Cost of EVs will keep coming down. More consumers will buy them. GG. The core of Trump's message here to the audience is people should have freedom of choice in terms of what vehicles they purchase. And they do and they will, of course. When the companies producing ICE vehicles go bankrupt in the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and no one has the choice but electric vehicles, the market will have sorted itself out. While we're on the topic, and again, I do want to emphasize, an administration that's supportive of somebody like Elon Musk, supportive of entrepreneurs, supportive of United States manufacturing, willing to praise Elon Musk, to even say the guy's name, will make a world of difference to people's perceptions. Because right now, just about every NPC in the United States who relies upon the fake news for their opinions believes that Elon Musk is evil, isn't affecting Tesla sales. But perceptions do matter. That said, it won't all be sunshine and rainbows. In fact, even under a Trump administration, Elon Musk is going to have an even larger target on his back for potentially the following reason.
You can't move. So there has to be a sort of a garbage collection for laws and regulations, so that you don't keep accumulating laws and regulations to the point where you can't do anything. This is why we can't build high-speed rail in America. It's illegal. That's the issue. It's illegal 6 ways to Sunday to build high-speed rail in America.
I wish you could just for a week go into Washington and be the head of the committee for making for the garbage collection, making government smaller, removing stuff.
I have discussed with Trump the idea of a government efficiency commission.
Nice. Yeah.
And I would be willing to be part of that commission.
Can you imagine the reaction from the swamp if Musk is part of a government efficiency commission? Remember, this is the same guy who acquired Twitter, now X, and shit-canned roughly 80% of the dead weight. The end result, a much better product with a fraction of the headcount. Clearly, this guy has some experience in shedding dead weight. But imagine what happens within the swamp if Musk comes in. People see him as a threat to their livelihood, because he will be, because many folks in government, globally, not just in the US, are a complete and utter waste, even a drag on productivity. Long story short, a Trump administration, great for Tesla, great for Elon. However, at the same time, if he's elected and Musk ends up on a commission like this, you can expect the attacks on Elon Musk, his character and his companies, not from Trump, but from others and the media, to ramp up even further. Many folks still living in La La Land under the delusion that Elon Musk, being public enemy number one, somehow adversely affects Tesla sales. I mean, again, we saw the reaction from Trump's rally, right? The crowd cheering at the mention of Elon Musk. I go and fucking tell you, 4 years ago, at a comparable rally, you would not have heard so much applause and cheering for Elon Musk. Many people in the crowd would not have had a strong opinion either way, but now they do. For every crazy basket case living in a California bubble who hates Elon, Elon bad because Elon transphobe, Elon Nazi, Elon what's, all this bullshit that they hear from the media, the beliefs that are installed in their tiny brains. If at least one person on the other side goes, wait, this fucker spent $44 billion to buy X so I can actually share my thoughts instead of getting shadow banned, so I can actually hear information as opposed to having it censored and dismissed as Russian disinformation. What a fucking legend. So I thought this was pretty funny. Holmar's reposting this. Quote, perhaps sales could have been 50% more if he didn't tweet so crazy nonsense. Clearly referring to Elon Musk having opinions. I'm sure this can't be a serious post. I mean, can you imagine actually thinking that Musk posting a few times on X could have halved Tesla's possible sales? Anyway, Musk responds to this with an interesting point. Other companies dumping electric vehicles at massive negative gross margin is a problem, but not one that will last. Now, he has two valid points here. In the United States especially, Tesla's so-called competition are selling electric vehicles. They're not quite as good as Tesla's on most metrics, but they are selling them, and they are selling them for multi tens of thousands of dollars lost per vehicle sold. This is true. It's the only way these companies have any chance of selling any electric vehicles in the same marketplace as Tesla, is to sell a comparable vehicle for a comparable price. But they can't do that profitably, so they are literally losing, in some cases, over $100,000 per electric vehicle sold. In most cases, many tens of thousands. So this is a short-term problem for Tesla. They're not fighting a fair fight. But, as Musk points out, this is not a problem that will last. Of course it won't last, because these companies will go bankrupt if they keep selling these vehicles for tens of thousands of dollars lost every single sale. It's not sustainable. There are some folks who, for whatever reason, can't put two and two together. They can't understand the implications of sky-high interest rates, living costs being through the roof, the availability of electric vehicles from Tesla's so-called competition, heavily discounted, massive loss makers. They don't understand the cyclical nature of the automotive industry. Instead, the only possible explanation for any bumpiness at all in Tesla sales, quarter over quarter, year over year, growth rates, whatever you want to pick, the only possible explanation is Elon had an opinion that hurt my butt. And in fact, one of my friends also has a sore butt. Not from me, although that could also be possible. No, but because Elon had an opinion as well. And if my butt hurts and my friend's butt hurts because Elon had some opinions, that must be why Tesla automotive sales haven't increased 69% year over year all of a sudden. Now again, I just want to remind you folks, for every one of these derps, well, perhaps if he didn't have such crazy nonsense, he would right? You have a bunch of people like those in the audience at this Trump rally. Listen again, the reaction when Elon's name is mentioned. This isn't about electric vehicles. He's talking about Elon Musk specifically right now. Listen to the reaction.
They cost too much. They're all made in China. Other than that, they're fantastic. And I'm for electric cars. I have to be,
Notice so far, when he says he's for electric cars, no reaction from the crowd either way. They don't give a fuck. Silence, no reaction. But as soon as Elon Musk is mentioned, watch the change.
Because Elon endorsed me very strongly, Elon. So I have no choice. But he knows. No, I am for him. I'm for him for a small slice is a slice. But you want to have gas-propelled cars. You want to have hybrids. You want to have every kind of a car imaginable. They want to go all electric. And there's no way you can ever load them up. They call them loading them. You can't load them. We're going to have to spend $9 trillion.
I'm assuming he means charging right now. And again, he does have a point. If tomorrow every vehicle in the United States was electric, you couldn't charge them. But that's not what's going to happen. At the same time, and this is a really like a low IQ type of argument, I genuinely don't think Trump believes it, but he's pandering. That's what he does. That's what all politicians do. The infrastructure to charge will be built out at the same time that the EV fleet scales. A lot of people get caught in the style here and miss the substance. The point here, Trump is very supportive of entrepreneurs, US manufacturing. He doesn't give a shit about what form of propulsion people use in their vehicles. He doesn't give a shit. The point is freedom of choice and no government interference. But the key here again, the guy is praising Elon Musk repeatedly. I mean, this is a recurring theme now, rally after rally after rally. He keeps bringing up Elon Musk. When was the last time you heard the people who control Biden put anything on his teleprompter mentioning Elon Musk other than a few years ago when the puppet masters told him to say that Elon Musk should be investigated and his companies and relationships with foreign countries should be looked into? Next minute, crazy weaponization of the Justice Department. Now, one final point. It's clear that Musk and Trump have a relationship, which cannot be said for Biden and Elon. Actually, it can't be said for Biden in reality. But anyway, that's besides the point. This is a good thing. The fact that Trump is willing to pick Musk's brain, the idea having been floated of a US government efficiency commission. What do you think is going to happen when Trump and Musk sit down and Trump says, come on, Elon, look, there's no way that all these electric vehicles can be made. You know, you can't charge them all. How's that going to work? And he goes, well, shout out to our master plan part 3, bro. Everything's going to be fine. He goes, oh, shit, okay. Wait, so you need to make a lot of shit. Huh? You're going to make it in the US, Elon? Because if you don't, we're going to fuck you hard with some tariffs. And Elon goes, well, yeah, help a brother out. Let's figure something out. Then Elon says, oh, by the way, Orange Man Bad, you do realize that there's some major risks with AI development outside of the United States. You want us to be the best and the first, right? Yeah, good. Well, help a brother out. You do realize China's pursuing autonomy pretty aggressively, Orange Man Bad. So's Tesla. You want to help a brother out? It's pretty clear, assuming you have a functional brain, that a Trump administration would be incredibly positive for Tesla versus the current state of affairs in which the Biden administration is actively hostile towards not only Tesla, but all of Musk's companies and the man himself.
Dollars in the Middle West, you saw they built chargers. Now, a charger is a gas pump with electricity come through. Is that good? So it's like for 8 chargers, they spent $9 billion. Is that a good deal? So at that rate, it would be $10 trillion to charge up the country. The whole thing is crazy, right, Mr. Preacher?
And I do want to be clear. Tesla will win, irrespective of who's president, how much government interference or lack thereof there is in the automotive industry, in the energy industry. It doesn't matter. However, a supportive administration versus a hostile administration, it's obvious which Tesla would prefer. Do they want a tailwind of support or a headwind? In case you missed this post from Musk on X, quote, long term, it will get super nutty. This was in response to a chart from none other than Mr. Charts himself, James Stevenson, who posted Tesla cumulative revenue since founding, noting that Tesla has broken their all-time quarterly revenue record 25 times over the past 10 years, including the most recent quarter and twice last year. And on the back of autonomy, then ultimately Tesla's humanoid robot, I think he's right. Super nutty may in fact be an understatement. Well, we're looking at some highlights from James over on X. I thought I'd bring this one up as well. Dude is a world-class troll. He says, hey, remember when BYD dethroned Tesla as the #1 seller of battery electric vehicles? Have you seen the trend since? Now, remember this at the time? I said, yep, cool story. But 1 quarter does not a trend make. This right here on screen now, that's the only quarter, these 3 months, in which BYD sold fractionally more electric vehicles globally than did Tesla. I'm not here to disparage the company. They're doing well. They're scaling. I mean, they're not making much money, but hey, whatever. It's hard to do that when you're selling vehicles with average prices in US dollars of like $15,000, give or take. But look at what has happened since. No, actually look at what has happened since. Have a record month there, December 2023, of not far off 200,000 electric vehicles. And in the prior 2 months, 160, 165, 70,000, a lot. In January, just over 100,000, almost cut in half. In February, just over 50,000, then a strong rebound to maybe 140 at most, getting close to 150, and now back here. So, if anyone needed an example of why you can't get too excited about a single month, a single quarter, or even a single year, here it is, folks. Now, remember, this is BYD, who should be selling fuckloads, that's a technical term for many more, electric vehicles globally than any other company at scale. Because why? Because they're selling them for a fraction the cost of, say, a Tesla. And I do mean that. You can buy a compelling, fairly decent range, although not exactly super safe BYD vehicle, electric vehicle in China. You can't buy them outside of China for these kind of prices. But in China, for literally half, and in some cases 1/3 the cost of a Tesla, meaning the number of consumers who can actually afford to buy a BYD, it's not just twice as many or 3 times as many as a Tesla. That's not how it works. A linear decrease in the price creates an exponential increase in the number of people who can afford it. Therefore, the market available to BYD right now at their price points for their vehicles, my best guess, it's probably something like 10 times that of Tesla. Yet thus far, they've only had a single quarter ever in which they've sold more electric vehicles than Tesla did. And it appears to have been an anomaly. So just imagine what happens when Tesla's in the same price point as BYD is today. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. And I haven't missed a daily video in more than 3 years. Must be a coincidence, right? Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. But don't take my word for it. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. By the way, viewer, that makes 2 of us. On to the next. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. This viewer's been taking AG1 for 8 months and says, what an investment. Another. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. Plenty more to come. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. If you're still skeptical, hey, I don't blame you. Everyone on the planet seems to be promoting AG1 now, but guess what? They weren't nearly 3 years ago when I had this to say privately to my Patreon audience before there was a relationship, when I was asked about what I was doing for my health, energy, and so on. Just sharing my genuine, honest thoughts about a product I'd recently discovered that was at the time called Athletic Greens, now AG1. If I could only recommend one supplement to take, Athletic Greens, and I'm not getting paid to say this, Athletic Greens is a fucking game changer. I cannot believe how effective this is. No longer having a lack of energy in the afternoons. It's fucking amazing. There's only one thing to recommend seriously. Try Athletic Greens. You won't go back. So obviously, just like Elon Musk is a liar, a fraud, a con man, a scammer, a fake engineer, and Tesla's going bankrupt, you shouldn't trust that guy from about 3 years ago who, without any financial incentive, was promoting this product to his audience on Patreon when they were asking about health and what he's doing for supplements. Because obviously, there was some other reason he recommended that, obviously. Not sure what it was, but don't trust that guy. And all the testimonials, like my mental game's improved with AG1. I feel better than ever. I'm so impressed I've bought it for both my parents. I feel more focused and have better digestion. Incredible difference. No more afternoon fatigue. It's relieved gut issues. These are all just obviously fake testimonials from fake people. Right? Wrong. Just try it. Unless you hate yourself. If you hate yourself and you don't even want to risk possibly feeling better, this is not for you. But for everyone else, what's the worst that could happen? Try it for a month. See how you feel. It's a no-brainer. Just click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR. You'll get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2 plus 5 travel packs. And you'll take the colossal risk that maybe you might have a similar experience to some of the people whose testimonials we've read in this video.